Oh, we're live. Look at that. Right on time. Evening, everybody. It is Tuesday night. Time for the live Homestead update. Let's see who's in the chat, Angela. I already popped in there and said hi to some people. Who we got? We got Miss Starla. How you doing, Miss Starla?
Lucy, hey.
Lucy, Canadian Terminator, Skanes Girl, Eagle Lover, Texas, Tambra Smith from Texas
represents.
City Greens. Hey, there's a new name. I haven't seen you before. Welcome. This is our Tuesday night thing. It's kind of free form and we're really never quite sure where it goes.
We try to keep it simple.
And Joseph G showed up. How you doing, Joseph? So it's another week's gone by. Today is Fat Tuesday, Bon Temps Brûlé for you people down there in Louisiana. Their shit. But you have fun today because Lent starts tomorrow. It's been just a normal week around here. I mean, nothing. Well, $1,400 ain't normal, but we'll get there. But it wasn't bad. Oh, missed it. There it is.
Hey, Chuck.
City Green. We got 3 Texans in the house, people. Come on, they're gonna take over. They're gonna take over pretty soon. We'll all be going hook 'em horns and eating Tex-Mex. But so what went on around here this week?
Well, so I learned a very important lesson that I need to be more clear in dealing with. So we were doing a trade. Everybody knows I'm cooking for MMR and Indiana Mike, bartering for the freeze dryer, and I kept asking her, like, you want half sheets or full sheets? And what I didn't ask is, what size do you think a full sheet is? And I should have asked, what size do you think a full sheet is?
You think you should have? Was there anybody that suggested that you should have asked about the size? Was there anybody that had?
I feel so bad. I feel bad.
She had to say that I was right. That's why she feels bad.
No, I feel bad because could you imagine? I took all of that food over. What was supposed to be 5 half sheets, and I took all that food over. And I remember Mike, so when he was helping me get things out of the truck, I remember him going, oh my gosh, this is heavy. And so he was having the same issue that I was having, which is why I asked you to load everything into the truck. And we're going to half sheets. And then we will communicate and figure out how long. So right now they probably have a month's worth of food that they have to store in their freezer. And it's horrible. I feel horrible about it. So it is what it is. So communication is key. And I just completely missed it.
What'd you make?
I thought, gosh, I don't even remember now. I did a meatloaf with, I don't know if that one had Brussels sprouts or what I did. So I've got a Brussels sprout dish that everybody raves about in our community. And so much I gave the recipe to Bethany. Gave the recipe to Bethany and then somebody else, neighbor.
I don't like Brussels sprouts, and this one's pretty darn good. I'll eat. It's the only way I'll eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. And so did that. Did pork loin and something else. Maybe the meatloaf had cinnamon or something. Yeah, I made him a pan of cinnamon rolls.
Speaking of cinnamon rolls, tomorrow the video for the day is going to be this one, making the best darn cinnamon rolls you've ever had. And I'm not exaggerating there. This is coming from the guy that made Paula Deen's cinnamon roll recipe one time and accidentally doubled the butter and sugar in it. And these were better than that. So that video is going out tomorrow. So be sure you watch that because I'm guaranteeing you it's going to change your life.
Or make you fat one of the two.
That'll change your life. Trust me.
Unique Prepping. Hey, how are you? I checked out your channel today, and he gained some subscribers, so congratulations. And
well, between
nasty, Tambra, you haven't had my Brussels sprouts. So.
Between the views on his channel and the views on Tech's channel, there were almost 800 views for that live.
Excellent.
Which is great.
Yeah, excellent.
And if you guys didn't watch the live that Unique Prepping did, Zach did a really good job of hosting and asked some really good questions. And both Tag and I.
And his moderators did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a great job.
Tag and I were really impressed with it. We thought it was a really good conversation. So if you haven't watched it, go over to Unique Prepping's channel. If somebody's a moderator here, could you throw Zach's link up in the chat so people can go check it out? Yeah, it was a good conversation. But
That one went really well. So I will be making a run to the city for house sheets and lids, and getting all that done so we get that straightened out. But I wondered, it's just a lack of communication between somebody that cooks and somebody that doesn't. So not a big deal. So I'll fix it and we'll get them straightened out. Plus, I made oh my gosh, I made the best damn shepherd's pie yesterday. And so I was trying to figure out how I could keep half of it, and I'll go get half sheets and keep half of it. She's like, MMR is like, well, I don't mind if you want to do 2 meals of the same. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't want to have to give up my shepherd's pie. I really want half of it. So, but I couldn't. I was fighting myself to stay out of it. So.
you did a lot of cooking. You did a lot of freeze drying this week.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of freeze drying.
A lot.
Doing finishing off the veggies for neighbor Chris, or the
fruit.
fruit for neighbor Chris, and then we inherited almost 200 pounds.
No, it was 200 pounds.
Oh, we inherited 200 pounds of potatoes.
And if you want to get technical, 225 pounds.
225 pounds. In fact, if you look right back here, that orange thing.
They can't see it.
Yeah, right there by my glass.
Your cup is in it.
In the cup. See that? Those are potato bags, 50-pound bags of potatoes.
And I have 100 pounds of onions to process. So I'll get that done.
She's been doing a lot of freezing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I don't think that's part of the electric bill. Thing is, I've got grow lights on, and I was trying to remember because you said something about the electric bill when we don't have as many grow lights.
Our electric bill was outrageous this month. It was $464.
So I'm trying to figure out where that electricity is going.
The electric bill was for the month of January.
Oh, it was?
For the month of January. And
it was cold.
We had heaters going. We had 3 electric heaters going. We had the blower on the stove going. We had a heat lamp underneath the house to keep the plumbing from freezing.
Oh, I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had a lot. There was a lot of electricity. So, as good as it was having the stove and everything, we need to work on getting this.
We got to get the solar panels up and get all that.
Well, and get this house tightened up.
Yeah, and tighten it up. Because that's part of the problem in the back of the house.
Yeah.
So, and part of the problem in the front of the house. I need to caulk windows this spring. I need to paint, shut everything in, get all that done. Oh no, you volunteered to paint. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you volunteered to caulk everything outside.
I will. I'll get it caulked because I like the way that I caulk. I don't like the way that you caulk.
It's outside. Nobody cares.
I do.
Jeannie, how are you?
Place looks bad enough without caulk everywhere. But
Just paint over it. It's all the same color.
You and your paintable caulk. I say just do it right. And then so chickens are laying. They're doing great. They're cracking me up though. Every time I go out, they think they need to be fed. Yeah. And so I do just go ahead and throw some stuff in there so they can scratch a little bit, but they're rewarding me. Cool.
So, Terminator spent 3 hours visiting with my new neighbor today. She wants me to come have tea and discuss seeds, gardening, and homesteading. She's on the same page as all of us. We talked about community.
Wonderful.
That is awesome.
Wonderful. I love hearing
that.
That
is awesome.
Oh, you finally went to the VA, or to your appointment for the VA.
Guess what? I'm
for your
deaf.
hearing test.
I'm deaf.
So I'm not crazy, and so
yeah, but we all knew that I had hearing problems.
You were in such denial.
No, I knew I had hearing problems. I told you.
Well, then I did notice that you also took advantage today of the radio and being deaf, and you had it way loud. I burst my eardrums when I started to try.
No, it was way loud because 38 Special was on when I came.
You gotta remember to turn the radio down. So that was just terrible because my ears
gosh.
hurt.
Look at this. Now they're bragging. First they show up. Now they're bragging.
I think it's great.
We love everybody
Yeah,
from Texas.
I think it's great.
We love everybody that comes out.
Could you imagine if Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Texas, if we got together, could you imagine what a powerhouse we would have?
Oh yeah.
Holy smoke.
Skanes did some freeze drying. First
Nice.
batch of eggs. How'd they turn out? Thumbs up or
Nice.
thumbs down?
So, your eggs, I don't know what size you got. You can call me, and I have a tip for you on eggs that you can get a little bit more in there. Except for one tray, which means you didn't go long enough, and I'm going to call me, and I will walk you through how to do that, and you'll never have a fail. And so just very, very interesting. You're going to use and I can't remember what size they are, but they're for the convection oven or the little toaster oven. And you can get those trays. You can get them right off Amazon. You'll get 1, more eggs in there, and 2, you're going to get better results. So.
Tamara's got duck eggs in one. Did everybody
Nice.
Did everybody watch Rescue's channel this weekend? He did a live. He live streamed the hatching of his very first eggs,
And I couldn't stop watching.
which was awesome.
There was one that was struggling, and she's like, "Why are you still up?" Or you asked me the next day, and I can't stop watching. I don't know why I'm so I love watching birth, and the fact that the chickens hatch through, that's exceptional. So, but I never did hear if that one that was struggling. I told him tweezers and warm water, but he was like, the strongest survive, and so I didn't know if it actually came through or not.
Speaking of birth, we had our second lamb of the season, a little baby boy.
More. Oh well. I think we're just now into lambing season. We had 2 this week.
We had 2 this week. We had the one that got eaten by the predator.
No, babe. We had 2 this week. Remember, I called you. I'm like, we got a new baby, and then we had a new baby, another new baby.
When?
I
We've got 2.
called you.
There are 2 lambs out there right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So then we had 3.
I know. I didn't mention the first one. The first one that got eaten by the predators is.
Yeah, but we have 2 out there.
Yeah, we have 2 of them out there.
So, and that just started this week. So barometer's changing a little bit. We're warming up, and it's wonderful. So finally getting back to a little bit of normalcy.
Well, Skanes, you should have called if you got questions. Be sure.
Oh yeah, no, I can walk you through that. So if you accidentally do that, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and restart it again, or you can go back to just custom. Just call me. I'll walk you through it.
Yeah. But of course,
I don't know if Susie's in here. She probably wants the same information.
It was funny because the new lamb and the mama is Cinderella, and Cinderella was the very first.
We did not name her that.
Yeah, we didn't name her that. She came to us like that. She's the very first ewe that we got, and she's like the matriarch of the herd. And the baby was out in the paddock, and mom was in the pen, and the baby was laying there and just bleeding up a storm, calling for mama, and mama was standing up by the watering trough, calling back at him. I was out there for 45 minutes, and this went back and forth and back and forth. It was a battle of the wills, and finally baby won because baby kind of won because mama walked out there and got about 10 feet away from him and then started bleating at him and made him come to her. Yeah. But she had to travel way further than he did, and she moved first, so it was pretty funny.
Gregory, so it depends. Can you freeze dry bacon? It depends. So if you have bacon in a dish, yes, you can freeze dry it because the grease is going to just kind of go throughout the dish. If you're doing bacon by itself, I just think there's too much oil in there. You're not going to get the shelf life that you would. Grab one of those. You're not going to get the shelf life that you will if you can bacon. And I have a video on that, so you can go back. So this is canned bacon. That's what it looks like when it's finished.
And this was done
2 years ago, right?
11/22. Can you see that? Yeah, 11/22.
Almost 2 years.
And I just opened one of these recently.
Yeah. And so you'll be better off canning bacon, I think. But if you have it in a dish, yeah, go ahead and do it.
There's
Hey,
Tag.
hey.
Homestead Twins. How things up north? Looking forward to the Seminole video. Yeah,
You'll love it.
just watching it'll make you feel fat.
I think I'm going to go ahead and make some. They did so great, and we tested to see how long they would last. I think we told you that before. So we'll have some out at SRF.
Yeah, and so I did go to my hearing test. I did that, finishing the paperwork on the VA. I'm still not too keen on it. It's gonna be kind of hard for the VA to kill me with hearing aids. So that's the one thing. I'm not a big fan of the VA.
We need to talk to Dad too about your glasses and your eye exam with the VA.
And I also, this one hurt. I also went to the dentist, first time in quite a while. $1,400 is what the bill is going to end up being after they fix everything that needs to be fixed, and that's actually a pretty decent price with the insurance and everything. So that's it's long overdue. Take care of your teeth, folks. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't been doing it, go get everything medically done now that you need to get done, because I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm not going to start slinging doom and gloom. But okay, there we go. We don't
have to sling doom and gloom. They're the sheriff's conference.
Yeah.
And so when people are giving warnings, people that are in a position that are directly underneath the president, when they're telling you that this is imminent, it is imminent. And Lord, I know I'm not going to go to the dentist and travel out if I know that I could get hit by a IUD or something like that. Right?
IUD.
Well, what are they going to use? Or get shot?
They're definitely not going to use IUDs.
What is it?
IED.
IED. Oh yeah. No, sorry. Yeah. But I don't make bombs, so I have no idea.
You know the funny thing about the whole teeth thing, she cleaned my teeth today, and they were really bad. And then they put the.
No, I see them. You didn't smile for me. Oh, they look great.
She put the stuff to kill all the infection and everything on it. And one of the questions they asked me whenever I was doing my initial appointment was, do you have any pain? And I was like, no, not really. And so I've got this one tooth right here. My bicuspid has part of it cracked off, and it's got a great big hole in it. And the doctor yesterday was like, so do you have any pain in that tooth? And I was like, until she asked me about it, no, it was just kind of like background noise.
He asked her twice.
Where is it?
Tag. They said the Affordable Care Act was affordable.
See, Tamara doesn't want to be hit with an IUD either.
Well, I don't either.
Anyway,
I don't know what I was thinking.
Anyway, so she cleaned my teeth, and my gums feel better, and my teeth feel better. And now the tooth that they're gonna fix on next Tuesday is really uncomfortable. So yeah, the pain becomes background noise, and then once you get rid of that background noise, the stuff that's really wrong with your teeth, and actually it's anything on your body, is going to be just amplified.
And one of the things you noticed today, your chest is feeling a little bit better after you got your mouth cleaned.
Yes.
See?
Hey.
So your wife knows things.
Lucy, I'll tell you what, if this one can learn how to drive the skid loader, you can learn how to drive the tractor.
Yeah. In fact, I like the tractor better than the skid loader. Skid loader just kind of jostles you around, that kind of thing. I like the tractor better, but it's up at the Hacks. So they're using it.
Well, I never thought about it.
Oh yeah, to put on your tooth, and I
probably would not hurt.
Yep, and I got some. I can pull that out for you. Hey.
You know where it is?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's give it a try. Not a big fan of the taste of the thieves oil, but it does.
You know what? I have thieves spray too. Maybe you could try that.
Okay.
You see, just kind of put it in your mouth. That'll help with the infection.
Oh, this one has a bucket and a backhoe. There you go. You're going to tear stuff up. Seriously, once you learn how to drive that, there's so much you can do. That backhoe behind a skid loader is a great implement to have for the the thing.
Yeah, in fact, Lucy, we did a ladies collaboration, and that's why I learned how to do the skid loader.
So she says a clove on the tooth too.
Yep.
Well, and there's clove is a big ingredient in the thieves oil. Wish I had some to learn. I'll tell you what. You come.
There's a place that you can come and move to.
If you,
we would teach
and
you.
next time you come up and visit,
We'll put you on the skid loader.
we can teach you how to. We got so much equipment. You can learn how to do a telehandler if you want it.
A sawmill.
A skid loader, a sawmill. You just go to your heart's content.
Heard it.
Hey, Stanley family, how you guys doing?
Hey.
But oh yeah, so it was but that $1,400, you know, this is a good lesson in getting your finances squared away.
An emergency fund.
Having an emergency fund on hand, because we had it in the emergency fund, and it's not a big thing. It's going to take me several months to put the money back.
I don't think so. I think because if you remember Grumpy Acres, you helped me with money from the household fund. We've got several things coming up, and then now we're selling out of 1886.
Well, but it's going to take us. We're not going to be able to throw it all back in one point, all one time is what I'm saying. But it's not a big deal. Whenever your finances are squared away and you've got a emergency fund, emergencies become nuisances, and yes, it is a big nuisance. Or actually, it's an irritant. Then it goes down to a nuisance. But you know, you guys. Get your finances squared away, especially now. Now's a great time to do it.
A skid steer Tambra is not like a Bobcat. A Bobcat is way easier to operate. At least Chris's is.
They're all the same.
Our neighbor was laughing when we did the collaboration because I had to learn how to do the, I don't know, skid loader. Drives a certain different way.
No,
it's like playing Atari. It's like the old school.
His is newer, so it's got different controls.
Yeah, his is like driving.
Tambra, a skid loader, Bobcat is the generic name like Kleenex. And so if it's got wheels on it, people call it a Bobcat. It's around here, they're called skid loaders. Unless you've actually got a Bobcat, and then you call it a Bobcat. And, you know, but they're the same thing. And like, the newer ones are way easier to drive. Ours is 12 years old. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 14, I don't know. But it's got different controls than what the newer ones have. The newer ones are way easier to use.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, you can turn skid loaders over too. I almost turned ours. Ours is a Gielan. It's not bad. It's small. I really wish it had tracks on it. I wish I had the money to put tracks on it.
The tractor, oh my gosh. So I decided I was going to help G out, and I would go ahead and mow. And we had, at the old homestead, we had a branch that kind of came out and laid low. You remember that in the front yard? And then, so the tractor had that guardrail.
A roll bar. It had a roll bar.
And the roll bar, I wasn't paying attention to the height of that to that limb. And, I was just in my groove and doing all of that. And I about flipped the damn thing. I literally almost pooped my pants. It was terrible. So I was like, oops, okay, we won't be doing that.
Yep.
I don't know. You have to remember we're kind of river bottom. I'm not sure tracks would do well here.
No, tracks would be great.
It's a lot of cleaning and a lot of tearing up.
No, tracks distribute the weight more, and it wouldn't tear up the ground as much, especially if you got.
Oh, because it's doing all four.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Let's see what else went on around here. Not gonna lie, my chest has been acting up, and there are a couple nights that I came home and really, aside from just the usual stuff with the animal, I did not do anything because I had to sit down. But my blood pressure's not up. In fact, my blood pressure is better now than it's been in a really long time. So it's not like my blood pressure is elevated because of a blockage or anything. We think it may be acid reflux, because that's whenever you have heart problems and the medicine they put you on, one of the side effects of some of these medicines, I think it's the Prenasol, if I remember correctly. I don't know. So it's somebody that's in medical that knows what causes heart patients to have acid reflux. Pop it into the checks. Everybody knows.
Well, one of the things I'm noticing, he complains most when he eats tomato sauce, if he eats vinegar, if he eats, that stuff.
Oh, and I was
hot
craving
sauce.
acidy stuff.
And it was just craziness around here. And he's like, "Oh, can you make me some wing sauce and do all that?" And then
Since when,
like,
Tag?
I was like,
Since when?
"What? Oh, to what? Blood pressure is better because Yoda is being nicer." But yeah, no. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of.
I'm just. This is awesome. This is awesome. Just adding to the list. Now I got to worry about acid reflux at the end of the world.
I think I've got that taken care of. So we'll just do that. And you need to make more yogurt. And I don't know. Maybe we need to figure out how much raw milk you need to be drinking. Maybe we need to buy more.
Yeah.
So, because that would also take care.
See, Tag's got tracks on his skid loader. He loves the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
It would be Will's. Yeah, if like I said, if I had the money, I would do tracks. But man, like you said, they are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Although neighbor Chris has got one that's got wheels on it, but it's got tracks that go around the wheels, so he can take the tracks off.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that because he's going to use that to come over. He's going to rip those. He thinks he's going to look at it, but he thinks he's going to have to rip the soil first, and then he'll go in and do that. So we've got some things working out. So I'm doing some colloidal silver for him right now. So we're just going to barter some stuff. But,
yeah, he can instead of going over and borrowing a trailer and hauling a skid loader with an auger on it, he's got one over there. He's a quarter of a mile away. He can just drive down here. He's gonna make some post holes for us. He's gonna till up the yard.
did you see that? You have two people that are actually saying the same thing. So more probiotics, which we can do that, and then so you need to start making
more yogurt.
And
I ain't giving up my hot sauce and my wing sauces.
Yes, you are. You have to if you want to get.
Then I'm gonna smoke cigars every night. Then I'm doing something.
So then the meds are messing with the bioproduction.
Yeah.
So how are you pooping?
I'm not gonna talk about that here.
Okay, we'll talk about it after. For crying out loud.
How are you pooping?
3 times a day.
That's too much.
No, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh my gosh. So let's take a poll here. Is 3 times a day too much?
It's normal. That is what normal is.
You know what that's showing? It's showing that you're topping yourself off and you're full of shit a lot of time.
Had to go in there with the cuss word.
No,
how to be more what?
She knows how to make. She already knows how to make.
I know how to make kombucha.
In fact,
I've got a hotel, but so that becomes vinegary, and I think he needs to get off the vinegar at least for a little bit, at least for a little tiny bit. I just don't think that that's healthy, and I think that's part of the things that are causing the acid reflux.
Look at that. Skin says that she can prophesize off of somebody's poop. She's like one of them soothsayers back in Greece.
It's craziness. Now that's weird. I'm not going and looking at somebody's poop.
Rabbit, drink coffee all day, then. You'll see how. You know what?
He hates coffee.
That's one of the things, man. I spent almost 10 years in the Marine Corps, and I cannot stand coffee. God, I hate coffee. It's just such a nasty. I honestly don't know how you guys drink it. Seriously. Look at that. We started a whole conversation. We're learning way more about.
Because that's a bunch of nurses in there. That's why.
You know you're eating carnivore, hardly any. Yep, that's true.
Yeah. I like normal food and it works for me, so I don't have to just eat meat. In fact, I tried a little bit with him, and so and that's what I was telling him. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure that I like that because I ended up gaining 10 pounds, and
See-
it was like something's wrong, and then I was able to get the 10 pounds off like that.
See, I like where Skane's girl's head is right now. She's trying to turn that into a positive, into a net positive. You know, hey,
You create your own little box so they can poop and then send it to you, and then you can tell them to the future.
Exactly. I know a guy that can market it. We know a guy that is a fantastic marketer that can help you with it.
Oh man.
Keep cayenne tincture on hand. Oh, I got my little. Where are they? Got my little nitro pills. Actually, I had to take some this week because I was that concerned.
Yeah, I was really surprised, and then they didn't even get you in right away. So weird. So weird to me.
It is what it. Okay, that's funny. Tag. We may have found Skane's new nickname.
Oh my.
Uh,
See, Skanes? I told you.
You never want to misstep around here. And we thought Maytag was bad.
Right?
Okay, Itchy, there's some research that use of probiotics can lessen or help prevent long COVID, as long COVID and gut dysbiosis seems to go together. Huh, interesting.
I have to look into that.
Well, and that's one of the things about our culture. And you know, the people and I never knew how important gut health was until like 10 years ago. And American culture is so messed up, and people's gut health is so bad.
It's all the processed food.
Yeah. You know. So eat healthy, become food independent, grow your own stuff, and eat healthy.
Yeah, and not healthy like you have to be on a diet. Just make sure you know what's in your food. Oh, which by the way, I did find chicken that is not full of all of that crap, the proteins and salt and all of that. So I think we're going to be okay for SRF.
I've always said if I sold dog poop on eBay, somebody would buy it. There is a group of people in the Kansas City area that will. This is so gross. They will fill a bag full of dog poop and then write the name of the person you dislike the most on it and leave it for them.
Don't they burn it?
No, they don't burn it. But they were talking about it on the radio today, and I was like, oh my gosh. So somebody's already kind of beat you to it.
There you go.
Okay, I started a natto. No, I have no idea what that is, Skanes. I'm going to use bromelain and curcumin today.
Cumin?
Oh, herbals. Mm-hmm. There's another one, but he won't post it. Is that Manny?
Yeah, like what's going on over there? Oh, Dolly wants to go in the living room.
So yeah, anybody that's a new subscriber here, this is the way the conversations go. They go in some of the weirdest directions. Normally not this bad, and I'll take full responsibility for it going off the rails like this. But
Dolly.
So what else? Oh, the football game. So I missed. They played the Black national anthem. Let's get one thing straight. There is one national anthem for this country. The national anthem is meant to bring people together and unite people, and anything else is meant to divide people, and that's what it was. And they played that before the game. I decided I was going to watch it. You know, I haven't watched hardly any football for the past 3 or 4 years, but I was going to watch it. They played that. I turned it off, and missed like the first 5 minutes of the game, and watched about 5 minutes, and they've ruined football. Not ruined football for me. Now I'm not going to say that because I still love football. I still love watching football, but the NFL has basically ruined football for me for the most part. So I was in there reading. She was in here doing her cooking thing. She had it on in here, and I could tell how the game was going by how often she went, "Oh my God." And I could tell I could tell how the Chiefs were doing by those responses. And after,
or oh my god. So there's a good oh my god or a bad or
hey, heirloom
a bad
permaculture.
or a good. So
After I still wasn't watching the game, and after halftime, after the second, oh my God, I was like, oh, it's time to go to bed.
but they pulled it. They
So
did
I
it.
went to bed. I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning and looked at the score, and I was like, I'm kind of surprised she didn't wake me up, and I appreciate you not waking me up. Thank you.
You wouldn't have wanted to know what the score is. You wouldn't have cared.
But yeah, so that was the extent of watching the game.
Yeah. So it was interesting for me because I did watch the game and I
Oh, yeah.
saw what happened and where they put the black national anthem in, or let's just call it black anthem. I can't even use black national anthem. So they put the black anthem in, but it was right before they tried to make it a ceremony, but it was right before the big ceremony introductions and all
what
of
she
that.
was talking about?
Did you catch the what? Demonic stuff?
Oh.
So this is interesting. Yes, I did. But what was really interesting in the beginning, and when I saw the God Bless America song and the national anthem, nobody kneeled. There was no kneeling. And I actually saw tears during the national anthem coming out of some of the Chiefs players. It wasn't until, and I don't know, I wouldn't say, yes, in a way, demonic, but I think it really promoted more child trafficking than anything else when Usher got up there. Some of the stuff that he did.
Okay, so Rabbit.
Like wearing a glove like Michael Jackson, and the dancing was like Michael Jackson, and they, just a couple of things. So I don't know that I would dive it in so harshly, especially since we're on a live, but yes.
So Rabbit, okay, so here's the deal. I love football. I played football as a child. My dad was a coach. I played football, was very good in high school. I actually, MU and William Jewell colleges both came and scouted me as a senior. Long snapper is what the position they were looking at. I played in college, and I played in the Marine Corps. I played on a base team in the Marine Corps, and I love football. I coached Little League football. I will say this. Once you get past the college level, grown men playing football as a profession, while I used to really enjoy watching it, I have come to realize is kind of stupid, especially with the way they play it nowadays. It's not the 1970s football where they were still playing football, right? So I get
on Saturday. What's Saturday? Are you doing a live on Saturday or something?
No, who said that?
Wes.
Where?
WIA right
there. No, he's coming back.
Yeah, I need to go get all those dishes out and get that done. So I've been putting that off.
Never saw a reason to watch. Yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I like watching baseball, but I like it because I like the mechanics of the game more than the players. And the same goes for football too. I love the mechanics of the game. But as adults, they were interviewing people. I saw some interviews today. $30,000 for tickets. $8,500 a piece for tickets.
Ads.
That's ridiculous.
The ads were $7 million, and there was it was really interesting because there was one in there that they did, and it was Christian outreach or something like that.
Don't get me started.
And so
do not get me started.
You weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. And so there were several on conservative radio that were talking about it. And so, to spend $7 million to evangelize that way, that was just dumb. What a waste of money. They should have put that into other alternatives in order to evangelize.
It was not dumb. It was purposeful. Okay.
We don't agree with it, but there's that.
The Jesus what was it? What's the Jesus doesn't preach hate, or didn't teach hate. Um, that commercial is the only one I saw the time I was watching. So I literally only watched like 5 minutes of the game. But that was the one commercial that I saw, and I walked in here when I got done seeing it, and I walked in here and I asked Angela. I said, is it me or was that just there was something really
And of
wrong?
course, I was cooking, so I didn't notice it.
So if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. Or if you haven't seen
I
the
wouldn't.
commercial,
No, don't go
no,
support
you need
it.
people need to go. People need to go see it. People need to see what they're doing so that they can arm themselves against what is being put out in front of us.
Well, and there's stuff coming out on YouTube. And it was very interesting because Garen actually called somebody out. And what was that? That was the
Antioch Baptist
Antioch
Church.
Baptist Church. And so he saw that, called him out on it, and they literally hearted it. But I guess you made another comment, and they hearted that one
okay,
too.
Okay. So there's a short. I was watching shorts yesterday, and before I went to bed, and there was a short from Antioch Baptist Church, and it was a pastor. I don't know if it was their pastor or not. I did not read the description. I just watched the video.
But he was talking about the same thing.
Well, no, but he was saying that if you are anti-government, that is unbiblical because government came from God. God set up the framework for government. Okay, which is a true statement. That is a true statement. The problem with the message, in my opinion, is you cannot tell people that believing or being anti-government is anti-Christian. What you have, the message has to be God set up government, and governments are supposed to be moral and ethical and Christian. You know, they're not supposed to be evil like what we have now.
Right.
All right, and
he was basically just trying to tell everybody to stay in your lane and not say anything and just accept what you're being given. And God never intended that.
Well, hold on a second. So the guy that posted the video responded back in it, and that was not the intention of the video. And when I pointed it out, he went back and he actually changed the description of the video.
Okay.
And he explained why, and he.
Oh, so that's where the other heart on the comment came from. Okay.
Well, no, the other one, the next, so that he understood what I was saying and he agreed with me. So we were not too far off. It's just it goes to the point that we need to watch how we craft our narrative, right? How we tell our messages to other people, because if you only tell part of the message, even if it's correct, you're going to lose people, because you cannot tell people that they cannot be anti-government, because the Bible tells us people that the people that are in governments are supposed to be moral and ethical, and they're not supposed to be evil. And if they are evil, we are supposed to stand up and we're supposed to call them out and fight against them if necessary. You know, so that was the point I made. And so the second heart came from, he explained everything, and I was like, yeah, you probably should have done that to begin with, so that way you didn't get the backlash. But and the reason why I felt convicted to post the original post, and I told him this, was because too many pastors, too many churches use the gospel to improperly teach Christians to push either the statist or liberal ideology, right? They say God created government. Well, God also said that governments are supposed to be ethical and moral, or the render unto Caesar thing that we talked about in the text
all the time.
That was not Jesus justifying taxation, right? So that was not Jesus telling us, oh, you shouldn't, you should pay taxes. You are obligated to pay taxes. No, we're not obligated to pay taxes. No, hold on, let me rephrase that. No, let me back up. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. We're not obligated to not fight against taxes. All right? If taxes are unjust, if taxes are being used for immoral and unethical reasons, as Christians, we have the duty to stand up against that stuff. All right? and it's a complicated thing, you know. And there was another one, but you get the point. You get the point. The church in America specifically is what I'm talking about, because I care about the greater church, but the one in America is the one that I interact with. The the social gospel took hold of the American church in the 1960s, and it paints a wrong picture of Jesus. They teach inclusivity. There are pastors wearing rainbow towels.
There are women preaching in the
Women
church.
preaching and talking about sparkle creeds and Jesus had two dads and all kinds of stuff. That is apostate. Okay, that is wrong. If you're a Christian, you should know about this, and you should arm yourself, right? So, and it goes the same thing for patriots. Patriots need to learn what they're looking at, you know, and so call it out. Don't let it slide by anymore. You know, and I was thinking about this the other day. You know, I let way too many things slide by in my life, and it's not until I'm old and I'm in my 50s. I'm 58 this year. I'm finally getting my head on straight, and I'm finally understanding what needs to be done.
Just now.
And it's been coming, but you know, it becomes clearer the closer you get to the end of your life, right? And I look at it, and I look at all the wasted time and all the wasted energy, and I don't want to do anything. That's one of the reasons why the thing about my heart upsets me so much, or bothers. It's not upsets me, bothers me, irritates me, concerns me. Is I'm gonna run out of time. I'm not gonna have the time that I feel that I'm gonna need to put things right that need to be put right. You know what I mean?
Your time is God's time, so.
I know. And if he wants me to stick around, I'll stick around.
I just hope he remembers I'm in the mix.
Oh no.
She's a heathen. I'm taking him.
Rescue me.
You what?
Rescue me.
Yeah.
So there's my sermon. All right, guys, take it for what it's worth. You know, it's just it pains me to see what's going on in our country on so many different levels. You know, and it's time with this. Make the decision. That's going to be our talk at Self-Reliance Festival. It's about deciding.
Yeah, and over at Prepper Expo in Kiowa, Colorado.
I thought the one in Kiowa we were doing food preservation.
No, we're doing that speech.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
we're going to talk about
it.
We're going to talk about the
escaping the system, doing all of that, how we did it, trying to get people out of the paralysis by fear.
Yeah. Understand that you have to make a decision.
And then know it's going to be hard to stick with it. And you got to have community in order to encourage each other. So, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's really funny that they're talking about Mardi Gras and doing all of that. You know, I've never been to Mardi Gras. I've been to Louisiana the week after Mardi Gras, and it was the most disgusting smell ever. I ended up getting sick, and it felt completely evil.
From what I understand from my buddies that were down at 4th Marines, that's pretty much standard for Dauphine Street.
I mean, it was weird. It was creepy. I got the worst feeling going through there. I mean, it just, some stores I couldn't even walk into. Like, it was just weird.
So what Rabbit is talking about, Hutch hosts a meetup down in southern Missouri, and I cannot remember the park. It's down by Pomme de Terre, and there are limited number of
sites available.
Limited number of sites available, and it's just a get together. It's nothing formal. There's no classes. At least there weren't last time. Maybe they'll do something, have a barter, or you know, maybe start doing that. But it's just a reason for a bunch of people to get out and hang out together. So if you're interested, if you're in the southern Missouri, mid central Missouri, northern Arkansas, and you want to go meet some like-minded people and meet some fellow YouTubers, go there. Yeah, okay, the Pittsburgh campground. go watch Hutch's channel for all the information. And I went last year.
Are you gonna go this year?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'm
We'll just see what the garden looks like and what everything's
I'm
doing.
definitely not going to go to the one on the East Coast like I had planned.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to North Carolina. I don't have time. And
Well, and we decided we were not going to travel that far.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of stuff coming. And so we had to make some decisions, tough decisions, because we want to see everybody. But, no, it's just not going to work. So.
oh,
Sorry, you're late. I saw you in the beginning.
Fresh out of the hospital from pneumonia. Oh my goodness.
Pneumonia.
You got to take care of yourself there.
Dang, pneumonia.
Too much partying, Starla.
No, it tells me she's not taking her frankincense.
And then Skeins is reliving her heydays. Back at Mardi Gras. Come on. Yeah, you can't do that anymore, can you?
Nobody can. Well, she's, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't recover quite as quickly.
Right. Right.
What's the closest one to Texas? Probably. Right now, the Missouri one is the closest one. In fact, Rescue came up last.
Oh yeah, that's
last
almost
July.
right over in your corner. Yeah.
But they're talking about trying to put one down there in someplace in East Texas this year. They're thinking about doing a get together, and these get-togethers they're not formal affairs like Midwest Preparedness Festival.
Camping and hanging out.
Yeah, just camping and hanging out.
Well, and Midwest Preparedness Festival, in all fairness, used to be that way. And
Yeah,
so then, we started doing classes and just kind of sharing with everybody and doing that kind of stuff. And now it's blown up into a huge thing. So we have several people working on it. Spags is going to let me know what's going on.
Let's not talk about that.
But yeah, so there may be some changes coming in. So we'll figure it out.
Not bad.
No,
but just different. They are having Nikki is having one in Texas soon. Ask Tiger Sophia B about it. They know.
Oh, maybe that's what you're thinking about. Because they were talking about that last year.
Well, I know, but they haven't done they haven't made it official. They've been talking about it, as far as I know. If they're going to do one, they haven't really announced it. Galveston has a Mardi Gras. Was that Bonton Relay, y'all?
Galveston, Texas?
Yeah. Tamara can do East Texas. Tiger is going skydiving down to Texas.
Tamara, if you can do East Texas, you're literally only looking, depending on how you're coming in, maybe to that lake, your Palm de Terre, maybe another 2 hours to get there.
From where?
From East Texas. So she could make East Texas. Well, I guess I don't know.
It's like an 8-hour drive from where Rescue is. So
yeah, I don't know where he's at, so I couldn't tell you. But
so yeah, this is good. This is good. I even if you can't make one of the ones we're talking about, create your own. Do your own thing.
Yeah,
it's a great way to meet people. If you want to talk through how to organize one, contact us. I'm sure Tag, if you contact the Tag would be willing to tell you. Talk to Spags or Patrick Henry. Talk to any of us, and we're more than happy to share
how to do it.
Sure, how to do it.
Yeah,
because
simple.
We've all helped organize them, and it's a blast to get everybody together. Seriously,
it's just time to relax and just talk to each other.
We used to take the entire week off and go out there and camp, get a house sitter, and just camp and enjoy the week.
Yep.
So what else we got going on? Anything you guys want to talk about? Oh.
You don't even give me a chance to answer. You just jump ahead.
It popped in my head. I just, right before we started the live, I put up a poll on our community page, and I want to know what people think. The question is, do you think preppers and homesteaders are more closely aligned ideologically with the libertarian views rather than the left or right ends of the spectrum. The left being control and the right being no control. Do you guys yes or no? And there's a reason why I'm asking. I'm playing around with a video idea, and I want to see what a lot of people think. Do what?
I need my glasses so I can see.
She's got to go check the Colate silver that she's making. Let's see here. I'd like to do one here at the Big Lake. We have a loop now for off-roaders. Look up the loop, Lake Ozark Off-Road Park. Ooh, when did that open up? I wish I would have had that when I had my Jeep.
Oh no!
Did it go too high?
No, the batteries are dead. I don't.
You got
know.
it in backwards?
Maybe. Can you do that?
She's having problems, folks.
Where's your knife at? Do you have it over there? Oh, did you get it?
Oh yeah, they're dead.
I gotta stop that. I can't continue with that. I'll ruin it.
Her little meter to read the colloidal silver solution died on her. Oh man. Oh. Why did they not do that when I was younger? Anyway. But so yeah, that's what's been going on here. You guys if you got anything you guys want to talk about? I interrupted you because the poll popped in my head. So did you have something?
Oh no, I can't even remember because now I'm upset and trying to figure out where I'm going to find those batteries. And then you're going to have to open it back up for
Walmart.
me. Well, I've never seen those batteries before.
They're at Walmart.
Okay, so I
Or
need you to.
If you can't find them locally, we just
Dude,
get
can I
online.
finish a sentence? I love you. Can I finish a sentence? I just need you to open it back up so I can get the batteries out.
What generator do you use?
Oh, it's the Fremora.
Femora?
And it's really good. I don't know. I didn't think that
When we're done, I'll put a link down below for it.
Yeah, I thought we've done that before. We
Did
put a link down there, yeah, because we talked about it before. But yeah, so I use that one, and but yeah, because I started that at 5:30, so I know we'll be below 20 ppm. So I'm just gonna shut it off, and then I'll change the batteries and be able to measure it tomorrow. And if I have to finish it up, I'll finish it up. So. Yeah. Oh, and then Rod's probably not in here. It takes him a little bit. He asked about a grain mill and what we would recommend, that kind of thing. So with the grain mill, let's see if I can. Should be in our Amazon store.
You don't have
Femora. I thought there's like a link and they can go in. And
well, we
then
can put a
they
link. We don't have a store.
No. You get credit for that. You just didn't set it up. I thought you did. Anyway, so this is the Country Living, made in the USA.
Hang on.
What? Here, I'm gonna push it forward, over, where? Oh, so up a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, right there. So this is the Country Living one. The wheel will come off, and then you've got the grinders in here. But here's you can see it right there. So in here, there's a groove in that wheel. So if you want to motorize it, you can absolutely motorize it, and it'll get going. And then, what was part of the other question? Like what extra?
Well, what do you
materials?
look for? What do you look for in a good one?
Well, I mean, that's it. So, look at the wheel, look at how you can do it, look at how you can strap it to something permanent so that you're not struggling with it back and forth and that kind of thing. Now, these are not cheap. And so just remember, you get what you pay for. And so I don't even know what they would cost now.
I don't know.
So maybe you can look that up and see what they would cost now and put a link in there to that as well. But definitely well worth it. And then
Well, you want to look for one with steel plates. The ceramic ones will gum up and won't last as long as the good steel ones.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that you take good care of those. Buy extra plates.
Yeah, have extra plates on hand.
So like this one you can do oily nuts and stuff too.
Oh yeah, I can do all kinds of stuff with this one. It's not just dry. I can do everything. Yeah.
And eventually we've got these rolling butcher block carts. Eventually I'm gonna mount that directly onto the cart.
You might as well mount it on the one that's outside.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. But we're gonna mount it on that so we can roll it around and have room to motorize it. Because we've done grain with that, doing it by hand, and
if it is not tightened down, it's a pain. It took
Yeah.
both of us. She was holding it. I'm grinding, and oh yeah, that was.
and your arm gets tired.
Yeah, that's why I'd really like to motorize this. Hax was supposed to work on that for us, and that never happened. Oh no, maybe it was. Who was that? It was like the father.
Pastor Jack.
Was it Pastor?
Jack's father.
Yes. Did it with the vacuum motor, right? And
No,
that
it was just a generator. Just a generator motor.
No, are you sure? I
Yeah.
thought he took it out of something. But yeah, I'm gonna need to call him then because I gotta figure that out. I need that motor, or just give it
Talk
to
to Hatch. He's got a whole bunch of them he took.
Yeah, and I've got belts galore. We have them out in the outbuilding. We didn't, for some reason, we didn't throw them away. I think you were thinking about using them as pathways in the garden.
I don't know. Let's see here. We went to a cattle meeting last night, and the speaker was talking about how the packers are manipulating the price of cattle and hogs. It was eye opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they've been doing it. They've been doing it quite a while. See, Eagle Lover. I was just thinking about that as she was talking.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the world, that would be great.
There's actually
exercise.
a video out there on YouTube. Somebody did that. And so they did. They just took the belt and put it in there, and then they would pedal. And then they were getting their exercise in while they were doing that. You definitely need a second person, though, because you have to keep changing out the grain depending on how fine you want it. But, yeah, it can be done.
And the same hookup, the same rig for the bicycle to do that
It's the same.
could be used to hook it up to a generator so you could charge batteries.
Yeah. Oh. Huh.
Yeah. And they actually make a stand and a thing you hook onto your tire to do that. It's already pre-made. You just hook it all up and off you go.
Oh, is that what they used for the big grain mill for the stones? You know who I'm talking about. Just right. Is that what he used?
No, he used his truck.
Oh.
So maybe I should hang on to the stationary bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the one you know
If
what
you have room to store it.
you know what would be really great if you could get a hold of it, all you nurses. In cardiac rehab, they've got the thing that sits on the table that's got the two handles, and you do this. Something like that would be awesome because it's got differential gears in it, so you can set it so one turn is a whole bunch of revolutions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if you can get a hold of one of those, I don't even remember what they're called, but I remember there being one in cardiac rehab, and I'm like, every time I did that, I'm like, oh, this would be great for generating power or running a grain mill.
What kids are for? I don't know. Depending on what size you're starting with. So you put your wheat berries in there. Those are not small.
I thought you were talking about putting kids in the mill.
No, I think operating it, but so I guess it would depend on the age of kids. But I mean, I get your point. So,
Exactly. We could make it out of bamboo, and it would be exactly like Gilligan's Island.
Oh gosh, why Starlight Good Night?
If anyone has an old treadmill, don't get rid of the motor. It's a DC variable speed motor, perfect for off-grid stuff. Yep. Yep.
Mmm.
All right, Starla.
Those are on the side of the road all the time.
Yep. Don't tell hacks.
He'll start picking them up.
Patty will come down here with a gun and shoot us.
There'll be motors all over the place, all over the property. Grizzy probably already knows it. I bet he has a stash.
I know. He probably does. Yeah, I guarantee he's got at least one up there someplace.
Yeah. No, we've got some garden in here, and that's going well. I went out and checked the strawberry bed today, and strawberry bed says it is time to plant. So brassicas definitely go out. And I'm just gonna seed start them there. I'm not gonna bother trying to start them in here. And so I'll go ahead and get all that stuff in.
Well, we've got one more cold. I think we got one more.
The strawberries aren't gonna die off, and the strawberries are telling me it's time. So I told you I need the netting back up so my chickens don't go in there and tear everything up.
We'll set it up.
Yeah. I do not want to take the leaves and all of that stuff, the bedding out. I want to leave that on just because of that extra snap. So, but yeah, I think it's time. Now, if I can keep the dogs from eating everything, that would be great.
Or the goats.
Or the goats. Or the chickens. So.
Blackberry Kings I started last fall. Plant here soon. Yeah, I've been watching videos. There's people down in Arkansas planting stuff. HG, if you're still in here, man, are people hitting the garden, starting to get the lettuce and stuff in already down there? It's been a little too cold up until the past week or so.
I am super excited. So I know February 11th, Food Forest mailed out, our Food Forest Nursery mailed out our trees and plants that we're putting down, delicate and stuff. And then Buffalo Seed Company fulfilled my order and shipped that. So everything should be here starting tomorrow and Thursday.
We cannot put taters in till
March 15th. St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
I don't know. Is March 15th St. Patty's Day every year?
Yeah. My whole homesteading plan has changed drastically. We'll be putting so much more time into it than I have. Yeah, same here.
We're all there.
Same here. We are to the point now to where we're almost done with the cleanup phase of a lot of things. So
yeah, like I said, we'll have about 2 acres of garden going in, unless there's space for more, and then we'll do that. We have enough people to help out, and I think it'll be a good thing. So I may get with the neighbor, see what he's putting in. I know Nikki's going to go ahead and do corn for us, and so then I'll have to figure out how to make corn nuts. So we'll figure that one out.
yeah, Deep South is planting.
Well, they're in Mississippi, so of course, yeah.
So it's almost that time. It's almost that time that to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go overboard, folks. Seriously, do not go overboard.
But try to do more.
Try to do more, yeah. But don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Seriously, figure out. Sit down and figure out. First of all, how much do you eat for the year? Is there anybody that's going to be counting on some help for the year? Is there, that kind of thing? And then figure out, what does each plant produce? That kind of thing. If you cut it down and just go from there. See how much help you have.
Hey, Ghetto, how you doing, man? So yeah, so it's almost time. It's almost time here. I don't know where Clyde's little slide thing is.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's in my box of seeds.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's where I keep it.
So if you
I don't think that Clyde's is going to be exact for this year because of where we're at in the season.
If you've never used one, Clyde's garden planter, they're like $5. You can find them online, and they're one of those little things with the sleeve and the card slides in and out. Mm-hmm. But it does a great job of giving you a good idea of when to start planting when to start and what to plant. Yeah, I bought 5 of them and gave 3 of them away and kept 2 of them for ourselves.
No, I gave the second one to B.
We've got 2 in there. So
you
gave our extra one away?
Uh-huh.
I thought I gave B one. Anyway.
She wouldn't have taken another one if she had it.
So then I need to buy it. But they're $5. Seriously.
So
they're dirt cheap. More. They're dirt cheap and they're well worth the money. And I got a meeting. He's an older gentleman. Super nice guy. He was down at the homesteading place in
Missouri. Ozark comes
Yep.
Right. Expo, I guess.
But yeah, but it's definitely a good tool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gregory's living vicariously through everybody down south,
Right.
watching their videos getting
I
out.
get so frustrated because I'm like, oh, I still want to grow. And then it drives me nuts when people from the South are like, what are you planting? And I'm like, well, first of all, legally, I can't tell you what I am planting. And second of all, we're not there yet. We're not in planting season.
No,
So,
we're not in planting season.
but, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what else we got going on?
That's about it. I'm
Anything-
ready. I'm ready to get in the garden. So
Yeah.
it's time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all those tomatoes and stuff cut down. Probably do that tomorrow, and then maybe that'll when I take a break, I'll go get try to help somebody out and go get some stuff out and get it cleaned up and all of that. And then,
Yeah. So Eagle Lover makes a great point here. If you've got a major college near you, their chances are they're going to have an extension office. Also, your county extension offices will have the information as well.
Yeah.
But those are great tools to leverage for information and assistance. You can actually, I know in Missouri, I don't know how it is in Kansas, but I know in Missouri, you can take a soil sample into any extension office and
you can do that here.
they will test it for free.
You can do that here too. Your canners, everything. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah,
here.
they'll test your
Mhm.
gauges and everything to make sure they're good. But so yeah, use those resources as much as you can because it's going to make your life a lot easier and it's going to make your chances of success better.
But also filter through the BS and start as you grow. You're going to start to learn. So then you'll be able to filter through the BS and not put a bunch of chemicals and all that crap on your garden because they really do push that. And
Yeah, especially
so,
the county extension.
Yeah, and so just get back to regenerative and like I posted, I put a comment in there so that you guys knew understandingag.com. Go there and learn to regenerative garden.
Yep.
So they do a great job at that. Yeah.
So what do we got going on this coming week?
Well,
as a
Saturday
family?
I'll be gone.
You'll be gone.
And I'm gonna go spend some time with some extended family, and so Saturday I will be gone, and then
Don't we get a special Valentine's Day surprise?
what are you talking about? Oh yeah. Thursday, our daughter and granddaughter and son-in-law
So,
are coming in. Well, they should be here already. They came in this afternoon.
they flew in tonight because they're going to go to the
Chiefs parade.
Chiefs parade and rally tomorrow, and then
Oh, and I told her, I said, please make sure you just hold on to the baby just so tightly and make sure she's in place. And Lex guaranteed me that she would. And so got that. And then Thursday, we're going to meet, which I need to text her. I need to figure out where we want to meet. I got to find something down around.
But we don't
halfway.
get to see them. They're in southern Utah, and they do not get to come out here very often.
Yeah.
We don't have the money to go visit them, or the time, or the.
Well, bless their hearts, they're also looking at houses right now. They went and looked at houses last night. When did I talk to her? Was it last night? No,
Yesterday.
it was the night before. And so they were heading out to go look at houses and all of that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, she's so sweet, and so she literally like this is the way that our daughter, this is the way that she delivers a surprise. Hey, what are you and Dad doing Thursday? Would you like to meet for breakfast or lunch? And so that's how we figured out they were coming in. Not, hey, we're coming out for the parade and we're going to have some extra time. Can we figure out? And they were going to graciously drive out here because we weren't sure if he was going to be able to take time off and that kind of thing. He found out he can. And so.
No, I told him I was.
Oh, you did?
I just walked in and told him I was taking 4 hours off.
Okay. And then it's going to be more than 4.
That's fine.
Okay. And then so we're gonna go out there and meet them halfway because that'll give us more time with grandbaby. So, yep, it'll be nice to have some one-on-one time.
Ravid's
We don't
laying
get
out.
that.
Ravid's laying out advice. Make your own compost, aquaponics, fish emulsion. Plant the basics before you plant any other experiments in your garden. But most of all, get your butts, get busy.
Yeah, Rabbit. I Do we have his personal contact information?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, we kind of need it. I have a question about 551 or 511. I might have had to trim some things because I burnt leaves and stems, and I followed their directions, so I'm not sure why that happened, but I just trimmed off so the plants were not focused on that little bit. But if you can figure out a way to either get a hold of us or send us information, I would love to get a learning lesson so that I can figure out what the heck I'm doing. I just want to make sure that my medicine is good, you know. So, because I'm sure if the plant's depleted, I'm not going to get good medicine out of that. Those they may be trash already. I don't know. So just need to figure that one out. So yeah, if we could talk about that, it's really important. My dad needs the tincture, and several people. Our neighbor needs the tincture, so I have to figure this one out. So your help would be appreciated.
So, oh goodness. Well,
10 most of the time for most basic fertilizer. Oh, so I did burn stuff up then. Okay, all right. So I'll have to run up to Jackson's and see if I. So do I need to change the soil out? Do I need to like
no, you don't. Need
transplant? You think it'll be fine? Okay, so just water it down enough. I do need to get one out at the aquaponics situation then, and at least get that water changed out.
Yeah, Gregory. You know what? It's still so wet here. I can't get the skid loader in there yet. It's gonna take. It's gonna take another 2 or 3 weeks before it dries out enough. I think, unless we get another snow, then it's gonna push it out even further. Oh, she's making all kinds of tinctures.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we have one neighbor that's working on hemp tincture, and then got the colloidal silver going. Yeah, no, there's all kinds of stuff. I did a
does the
sage infused vinegar.
Does that count as a tincture?
It does, yeah. And so did that, got that going, and yeah. So no, there's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. So. Yeah, you can't, there's not enough. And the way that pharmaceutical companies are going right now, we can't chance it. We got to make sure that we have stuff on hand. Our community has been talking about that. And so we're changing some stuff out. So, what are you looking at?
No, I'm going to talk about that tonight.
What was that? I didn't see it.
No, I'll talk about it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's nice. Well, it's nice to have a skid loader. I have to use a shovel and a wheelbarrow. Yes, it is.
Even with a skid loader, you still have to use a shovel sometimes.
Yeah, you have to get out. You have to get out and get muddy. Yeah, that's how I had my first heart attack. I was mucking the stalls trying to get them cleaned up before fall set in. And,
Oh, no, medicine tinctures. Yeah. No, I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out my pinched nerves. Get that corrected. My nerves are kind of crazy, and stuff's going on there, so I got to figure that one out, get that repaired, and then his health and all that. No, it's all medicine.
So we've got 2 ways that people can stay in touch, and I know that you're on one of them. First one, freesteading. If you're not already on freesteading, I think most of you are. I think most everybody in here is on freesteading already. Get on there. And use that to keep in touch with people. And now they started a Midwest Preparedness Festival Discord that has growing. It's got quite a few people on it now, and there's some good conversations starting over there. Susie wants to know if you have a good reference for tinctures.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got that book.
I've got a ton of books, actually. There's the Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. There's
Talk to the
there's Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. There's I don't know, maybe they need to do a library review of all of that. I can do that, and then you can just kind of see what's going on. But one of the best ways to learn too is just be paying attention to people that are doing it, and then talk to them. So I learned something tonight. And we've used plantain, and I've made plantain sap, and we've used it because we used to use it on our bee stings and that kind of thing. And so I was talking to a neighbor, and he's so funny because he used to use chemicals and all that crap out there to make sure that the fields and all that were taken care of for the cattle. And so he said, "I'm growing plantain. I got the plantain's got to come in. I got to get that done. I got to get plantain sap going and this and that." And we started talking, and he made the comment. He said, "Did you know that plantain leaves will suck the venom out of a rattlesnake bite?" And I was like, well, that makes sense because I use it on bee stings, but I'd have never thought rattlesnakes. And we have that issue here. And so I'd have never thought that. And then he said he connected with somebody in Florida, but he can't find her website. She actually sells it. Like, we can make it, but we need to have some in stock now. And she was talking about a gal, her and her son went hiking, and I want to say it was in Colorado, but I'm not sure. Anyway, they went hiking, and the son got bit by a rattlesnake. And so she immediately took the plantain leaves and started chewing on them, just took a whole bunch. Would keep picking them as they were heading down the mountain and keep packing it on his leg, and then chuckle like this one, and then you wrap it. And so you wrap it with that gauze, and then you have to keep changing it out every minute or two because it turns black really, really fast. By the time she had got her son to the hospital, they didn't even use the anti-venom. He was fine. So they just went ahead and treated it medically and did all of that.
We forgot to feed the dogs. That's why they're starting.
Oh, is that why they're starting to get angry? Or they're, what do we call that? Hungry? Hangry. And so, anyway, so, that's the way that you learn too. Try to figure out, get involved in those Amish communities, get involved in the Mennonite communities, get involved with the farmers, get involved with the ranchers. We all remember something that grandma said or that somebody else did, and it's just a matter of bringing all that stuff back.
So, Eagle Lover, if that question is directed at us,
Yeah,
I've had my ham license for
years.
Have not gotten the radio back up and running since we moved here. But I was thinking
that might be what she was thinking of, is that the antenna. So I bought you that antenna, and then Dad's trying to give us ways to fix the antenna so you can use it year round. But you want to put it up on the roof.
I want a permanent antenna.
Mm-hmm. And then the neighbor, the tower's coming in. He's just got to figure out how much concrete he needs. They're going to be working on that. I guess you are too. Going to be working on that this year, and then get that up, and then we'll figure out the repeater and all that.
Yeah.
So they can get the repeater under a G's license. So.
Joseph G says an American Homestead advertises tincture books, which you can buy on CD on eBay. You can get the CD and print them on a local printer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many resources out there. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, and learning local stuff is great too.
Yeah.
So if you know your area, like I have a whole book that is nothing but printed out, and it has every single native flower, medicine, herb. It just has everything in it. And so, it's a big binder like that. And yeah, I reference that a lot too. But obviously, Northeast Kansas is not going to help somebody down in Texas.
Right.
So.
No, we did. I did a. Well, I didn't show all the books.
You didn't.
I did that video a while ago about the importance of a.
You did more homesteading books and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There was no medical in there. So we can do that. We can get that done. And then obviously, as you see the books, you're going to see which ones are my go-tos and that kind of thing. They're
so
beat up.
So our group uses 2 meter to do that. And I like 2 meter when I get it. That's the problem. Where we're located, I need a freaking tower that's 80 foot tall to get a 2 meter signal out.
But we're gonna get that fixed.
But yeah, that's the whole idea of doing the collaboration on the mast antenna and that, because they're gonna put the antenna in. I'm gonna buy the repeater and get the license for the repeater, and so I will be able to hit it. The repeater will be right right close by, and we'll be able to get outside of the valley and finally start talking. But as far as high frequency goes, I played around with a lot of the
Well, that's what this antenna that I got you. You're trying to figure out can get you on the high frequency.
yeah. I like the 10 meter and the 40 meter. Is it 40 meter?
I don't remember.
I'll be honest with you. I'm still
Dad would know if he was.
as far as the bands for high frequency. I have to keep a chart next to my radio so that I'm making sure I'm on the right bands and I'm doing all that stuff. But the 10 meter around here when I used to do it was got really good propagation. You know, but I've hit from central Missouri or west central Missouri. I've had conversations with people in Hawaii. I listened to a conversation from the Dominican Republic. The way my antenna was set up, I could go south, southwest, and west. I could go a little north because I could pick up conversations from Utah and from like northern Virginia. But
didn't you have one? Was it from the islands or was it like?
No, I was listening. I had a conversation with Hawaii, and I listened to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, that's right. You could listen to them, but you couldn't reach them. Okay.
Yeah, there was something about the way my radio was set up, actually not the radio, but the antenna was set up. My transmitting was kind of flaky.
Yeah, well, Rabbit, I mean, simply enough, you can't get true news right now if you turn the TV on, and really, especially if SHTF and that kind of thing, the only way you're going to be able to get information is on those ham radios. So that is on the to-do for everybody to accomplish this year to make sure that's all in, and I would make sure that that is done before August.
Okay, so I did a video. You guys can go back and find it. Just look up ham radio if you want to. But here's my thoughts on ham radio. Okay, these people, they buy these radios and they're like, I'm going to break it out whenever everything goes apart. I'm not gonna have to worry about the FCC. Blah blah blah. Here's the problem with that. You need to train, and the only way you can train legally is to have a license. And it's not something that you're going to pull out of the box with no experience and have it work, especially the high frequency stuff, because you got to know how to manipulate the antennas. You have to know how to set your radio up properly, and it takes practice. All right. The excuse, I do not want to be on a list, because whenever you get your ham license, whenever get your ham license, anybody in the world can go to the FCC website and start looking at call signs and find your mailing address. It's just what it is. I'm telling you right now, you're on a list. And if it ever comes to the point, I told local prepper this, because he and I had a big conversation. In fact, that's how we met. I was calling him out on his stance on ham radios and stuff. But if it ever gets to the point where the government is using ham licenses to find people, or they're running, you're running the risk of them shooting a missile at you because you're on the ham radio, then using a ham radio should be the least of your worries. You should be transitioned into something way more powerful and way more secure than a ham radio. And if you understand what I mean, and in times of emergencies, they are a great asset. The guys that run Amron up in Washington, Idaho area, John Jacob Schmidt, he's the guy that leads it. Go check out their website, amron.com. Whenever they had the big wildfires up there, those guys were out putting information out before the FCC people did, the emergency people. They were doing it before everybody else was. So yeah, it's a fantastic tool in case of an emergency.
Look at the eagle over go. She's getting her tech.
Yep.
Even her gonna be able to talk.
Awesome. Hopefully, if I can ever get the antennas put up.
Maybe you gotta
My
get
problem-
into-
My problem right now is figuring out how to get out of the house because we've got the metal house back there, and it's not quite as simple as doing it on a stick-built house.
What's that?
Is the F-16 or F-35 going to shoot the missile at us?
Yeah.
F-16, F-17, whatever it takes.
I was just gonna count on you.
AM. Yep, there you go.
We'll save that one for later. But yeah, no. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It's
Speaking of shooting missiles at ham radio operators, somebody asked me last week about my thoughts on a coming civil war, and I gave a short answer. Well, I sat down this morning and I did a video with the long answer to that question. I'm going to post it probably Thursday evening around 6ish. I think I may do it as a premiere so we can chat if people want to, if they want to discuss what I'm saying. So it's
maybe
about-
do that over on Discord or something.
well, I'm just do it as a premiere and we just do it in live chat.
Yeah.
You know, and but if you guys are interested in it and you want to hear more deep thoughts on it, well, deep as the wading pool goes. Thursday night around 6. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. That goes live at 7, so I'll probably do it a little bit early, and we'll talk about it.
So how are you gonna know if they want that or not?
It's going up.
You're just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm
right
just
away?
going to do it. I'm just going to do it.
Okay. And then, so yeah, Eagle Lover. So, the swap meets, if you guys have swap meets and stuff like that around there. And then there's another, it's the, ham radio.
Well,
It's like a swap meet, isn't it?
yeah.
You remember
there's
what it's
there's
called?
swap meets.
And then,
Hamfest.
so Hamfest. And so you can go in there and look and see what they have and you pick up stuff very reasonable. And so that would be the way to really get in to get your bigger equipment. But it's also good to know people that are actually selling it and knows what they're selling and all of that. And so there's what is that at SRF? There's always two. There's Mike and then can you remember the radio guy?
Paratus.
Well, that's there's Paratus, and then there's
Yeah, if you go to Midwest,
SRF.
if you go to Midwest Preparedness Festival, it's Paratus Radio, and if you go to SRF,
There's two of them.
I cannot remember their names, their company names.
Doggone it. I'll have to go back through. Nicole was just talking about them, and I did a little short or something with one of them. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's how I was able to figure out what antenna that you needed. It was just a matter of figuring out how to get the cord out of the window. Dad solved that problem, so
Well,
we just need to get the.
I mean, that's a temporary fix. It's not a permanent fix. That antenna,
It's weather tight.
that antenna is made for moving around and stuff. I want a permanent antenna on top.
Oh,
of the
on
house.
top of the house. Okay.
So
Yeah. So, well then, yeah, if you know a Eagle Lover, he'd be a good one to help you. I do know you know him because he's been at camp, but yeah, that'd be a good one.
Independent Mary,
Hi, hey. So yeah,
just keeping bankers hours.
you need to, get communications in line. You need to get storage in line, stack, prep, medical. I mean, everything. It is time. And if you have your ear down to the ground, you're hearing the government literally tell you what you need to be doing.
I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't think we're going to come anytime soon where the government's going to be taking ham radios away from people. I don't see it. All right. And
You're in trouble. It's many, not Mary.
oh,
He needs glasses, but he's working on it. Sorry, you're late. You're a little late coming in, but we were just talking. He got his teeth taken care of. He's doing a good job. He's working on it. I gave him a checklist, and he's going. Eyes are next.
criminy.
Well,
I had that wrong I apologize.
she finally got mad. She's like, stop it.
Well, when you respond in chat, all you do is you put the @ sign and then like the first couple of letters in it.
Autofills.
Would you
What's
get
going
your
on here? What are you
Freya.
doing?
Good
So,
God.
but yeah, no, I'm glad that you capitalized that because that is a common thing around here. No,
Are you supposed to have your
Paws
paws
off
on
the
the table? Well, I apologize. I feel bad now. I'm over it.
Oh no.
A lot of people do it. See, so I'm not the only person.
So everybody needs their eyes checked. But yeah. Now I also understand too when you get in here and you see that, you're going through and you're more focused on, what's next, how do we, what are we talking about, that kind of thing. So you do get in a hurry. I could see where you would say that. But there's a group of us getting ready. What?
Getting together. Okay, so that's what. So okay, here's my suggestion. You guys use the what's the program to
You have
program.
it. Isn't it on that computer? You
No,
have
it's on the other one.
Oh.
Anyway, but configure all your computers the same, and then go on to Google Map and print off the area that you live in, and you can actually it's not Google Map. It's oh gosh, Repeater Finder. Get on there, and it will show you a map of all the repeaters in your area. Make a PDF and mark every single one of them. Give them numbers, and then whenever you're programming your
While
your
you're talking
radios.
about this, I'm going to feed them.
Okay.
Because they're bugging me because they smell hobo. Get down.
When you're programming your radios, you can program the numbers. So all you do is as a group, it's like, okay, go to channel 3, and everybody knows that channel 3 is this frequency and where the repeater is located, right? So if you're traveling around the area, you have a graphical representation of where the repeaters are and who you can talk to and who you can chirp. That's it. Yeah. It's been I've been up since 2 o'clock. I'm really tired. But yeah, Chirp is a fantastic program.
Well, you also haven't been in it for quite some time.
Actually, I was looking at it last month. I'll be honest, I missed talking on the radio, It was nice. I'd get on the radio and there was a couple of repeaters that I was the youngest guy on the repeater by like a decade. So it was kind of nice not being the old dude in the crowd.
That one net that you used to do, it always cracked me up, and she was so sweet. That 7-year-old girl that would get in there.
Yeah, some guy.
There
There was a guy that had his granddaughter that would jump on the radio. She had her ham license, and she had her own call sign, and she was rocking it. She was out there putting out CQs and talking to everybody.
almost running it. She did good.
Well, they did. She was part of her grandpa's radio club, and she would run the net from time to time, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, she did a good job.
And that's
I
another
used to
thing.
listen to it.
That's another thing that Amron, if you haven't got in and looked at Amron, that's another thing that Amron does, is they've got a nationwide net where they have scheduled net exercises where people are getting on and testing the nets in their area, and they've got them scheduled online, so you know when to do it and to jump on there. So what do we got here? I have a quad mode. I get programmed for my truck. I have not been able to make that leap yet. My father-in-law had one in his vehicle, and I just, for some reason, I have not been able to make the leap of putting it into the vehicle. Oh my goodness, what else we got going on? Let's see. Kind of running out of ideas, guys. Help me here. Give me a topic. Throw a topic out there for me. Either that, or we're gonna have to call it quits for the night. We do need to call it quits because we're running up to an hour and 40 minutes. So, she's back just in time. The dogs are going nuts. As I said before, she's got the cinnamon roll video going up tomorrow. We're gonna talk about a potential civil war on Thursday.
Are you saying goodbye?
Yeah, we're running. We're at 100 hour and 30 minutes right now.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Um,
That's why the dogs are going nuts.
Remember, Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing a About Rule Law live with
Well, that's coming up fast.
local prepper Jester from It's Doomsday podcast and Dale from Survivalist Prepper. Those are the three guests on the
It's going to
panel.
be
I think that's going to be a really good one.
yeah.
And then the next Wednesday night, not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday, I'm going to have a talk with Spags Unfiltered about nice does not equal good, and that should prove to be very interesting.
Piss a bunch of people off on it too. So,
Are there any Amish? There are a lot of
Yeah, a lot.
Amish around us, but I don't know if there's any like full blown communities.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
there?
yeah, there's a lot.
I know there's the one up over the border into Nebraska.
Yeah, but they haven't been coming to the city very much. I used to see them all the time in the city, but well, it's also winter time, so there's that too. But yeah, no, they usually have a driver, and then they drive the van in, and then where did I see them mostly? Usually Sam's Club. But let's see.
You know, one thing I do with the radios just to keep in touch is I've got my portable 2-meter rigs.
Saying goodbye.
Do it.
I thought we were saying
Oh,
goodbye.
okay.
You can just save this for Thursday night. How about that?
I'm gonna get out and play with it, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay.
Rabbits, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are down there.
you're
Yeah,
deep.
a lot.
You need to find somebody to buy that damn buggy.
Well, you call it that, they're not gonna want it. So, but yeah. So
the
anyway,
the holy buggy. Oh. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
it's a good boogie.
Listen, it is late. Need to get off here. Got to do some stuff
I
before
got
we go
one
to
more
bed.
dog I gotta feed too. So
Thanks for showing up. We really appreciate you guys being part of our evening here. If you want to support the channel, grumpyacresfarm.com, freeze-dried food and all that stuff. You can also go to Bonfire. We've got branded T-shirts there with the actual Grumpy Acres logos on them.
there's actual Grumpy Acres logos on the ones that are on the .com.
Yeah,
That is made by another
yeah,
veteran.
Ghost
And
Ghost
so,
Designs.
yeah, so that's where I would go versus Bonfire.
Yeah.
That's
Well, but
just my opinion.
If they want the one with the great big Grumpy Acres logo on it,
then we can design it and have Ghost make it.
go ahead.
So we don't sell a lot of those, so I never worried about it. Usually everybody wants something with a saying or something like that. So I would rather support the veteran community than anything
Yeah.
else. So and Ghost, if he gets a Discord or something like that together, then can we could launch a store in his site or something like that, and then
He's
Do it
already
that
got
way.
he's already got a store. He does his
yeah,
site.
but I don't think our stuff is on there.
No, it's not because we asked you not to.
Oh, why did you do that?
Because we're selling it, not him.
I mean, he drop ships anyway.
We'll talk to him.
I don't know. I'll talk to him because just ship back a percentage. I think he would sell a lot of stuff.
All right, guys. So what do you want to close with?
Well, I'll just do the same as usual. So be at least 1% better tomorrow than you were today. And until next time.
What if they only want to be 0.5%?
I said at least 1%. Do we have to have
Okay,
a
so they
3?
have to be
So you need a hearing
No.
aid.
no half stepping, no 0.5%. We have to have a full percent. or
I said
more.
at. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I said at least. Yeah.
Yeah, you-
be
You
1%
need
better.
your hearing checked.
Be at least 1% better
All right,
tomorrow than you were.
guys. Listen,
today.
thanks for showing up, guys. Go out tomorrow and live a life.
Bye, guys. You're so weird.